guys, this is Tina. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here today to do a bit of a different video, really. Well, it's not really completely different, but basically I had a message from Marika asking me to do a kind of version of the Paris Gallery journal that I did recently. I did explain to her I don't really tend to kind of do repeats. I just can't bring myself to kind of do the same thing more than once. So kind of after, you know, a couple of messages, I agreed that I would see what I could come up with. And Marika, this is kind of a bit of just a sneak peek really of what I'm kind of working on for you. So basically I have, her main thing, she really wanted lots of black lace. So that's why I've got the black lace here. So what I have come up with is I have worked on a new kit. So if I just show you one or two of the background pages, and obviously I will do a complete preview of this once the kit is kind of complete, but this is just one of the pages, and this is it kind of married up with some black lace, just to kind of give you a bit of a sneak preview there of the way that hopefully your journal is going to go. So yeah, creating a new Digi kit, and then obviously I'll create various embellishments and a journal, you know, for you. If you don't like it, obviously, you know, the Digi kit will be available in my shop once it's finished. And if you don't like the journal, then obviously, you know, please don't feel obligated to buy it, because I would hate you to kind of have, you know, feel you have to buy something that you're not happy with. So moving on, what I actually have come on today to do as a video is I want to pop a collage page into the Digi kit. So I've just grabbed some bits and pieces here, and I've torn up some little pieces there from the, you know, already completed pieces of the Digi kit, and I've kind of just laid them out a little bit, kind of how I might, you know, kind of like them to go. But I thought we'll just kind of create a collage page that will hopefully then feature in the Digi kit. So hopefully that's, you know, kind of something that's a little bit different. And yeah, hopefully kind of then once you see the Digi kit kind of all together, you know, you can feel that you've kind of been part of the creating process, you know, which I thought would be kind of nice. So as I say, I've torn off various pieces already. So I've got my just blank piece of A4 paper here. Let me just move some of these other bits and bobs out of the way and just put it onto my kind of messy sheet of paper that I've got down here, just to kind of lean on. So I have torn off some sheet music, which I kind of wondered about putting there. I've just torn off a bit of one of the background pages there. Now I've got this gorgeous piece, which just was from a cover of some sheet music that I, you know, that I had in my stash. And I've just kind of kept hold of it for a really long time. You know, I've kind of used what was beneath it, and I just kept hold of this part because I just thought this was so lovely. However, you know, so I thought it would be nice to kind of incorporate this. However, it obviously is quite ginormous, so I thought what we might do is kind of split it. So I love this section here that's obviously got the person's name, looks like Ethel Webster, April 18th 1896, so super old. So I thought we could kind of tear that piece out and have that somewhere on the collage, and then maybe tear kind of this into kind of like a couple of sections so it's not quite so big. So if I just kind of tear that piece off first, and as you can see, unfortunately, it is torn. That's how it was, you know, kind of when I purchased it. I mean, obviously, it's pretty old, so it's going to be quite fragile. So I'll try and keep that intact, but if not, I'll have to kind of glue it, you know, in two pieces. So I've torn that piece off. Obviously, I've got this piece here saying opera in 2 acts, so we could actually kind of tear that off as well. As you can see, it's kind of torn here as well. So I'm just going to kind of tear it like that, you know, kind of in no order. But I mean, this is very brittle paper, so I have to be very careful, because otherwise I am going to actually kind of, you know, break it, unfortunately. So just kind of tear this down. So we've got that opera bit there. You know, might or might not use it. And then just tear this one down like that. Okay, and maybe we'll tear the top piece as well. Okie dokie. So what I'm going to do is kind of start laying my little pieces around. And I've got some of this big doily piece as well, or a piece of this big doily as well, that I'd quite like to incorporate onto the page somewhere. So we'll see if we can kind of manage to get that in as well. So if we pop that piece up there, and then if we were to have this kind of piece of sheet music down here, and oops, if I just kind of move that slightly, I wonder if we could have a kind of darker kind of piece here. Oops, I'm trying to get that the right way round. Now, I have to be careful because, you know, I've said this several times, but I just have this whole kind of left-right lines things going on. And I know that a couple of people have now said that that happens to them as well. So it's nice to know that I'm not the only person that that seems to happen to. So here we could maybe have this one. Got this gorgeous bit here as well from like a stamp catalogue, which I thought was really nice. We could have this piece here. Maybe like that. Maybe another, or maybe this kind of plainer piece here. And then let's just see. I mean, isn't this bit so lovely? So I would like to kind of incorporate that. So I might have that kind of over there, like standing out on its own. I'm not sure. Maybe have that there. I mean, as I say, I did try and kind of like tear out the pieces ready so as it was a little bit less tedious, you know, for you guys. And actually I've got a tiny piece here, so we could kind of have that just here in the corner somewhere. I might actually glue a couple of pieces down because I've said this before, but I find that kind of helpful once I'm committed to a couple of pieces, you know, because then I can continually move the other pieces around, but at least I have kind of, you know, got some fixed pieces as well. So just glue this one down. There we go. And then I'm going to just glue this one down kind of here. Oops. Like that. So now again, I have to be careful because this, as you can see, is kind of, you know, with the brittle kind of aging process, it's just kind of breaking up, you know, completely kind of where that is. So I just pop a little extra glue there. Maybe have that there, like that. Just press this bit down where it's kind of brittle and breaking. There we go. And then I quite like that there. Maybe this piece here. Now, just need to kind of work out what I'm going to have here. So maybe I would prefer that kind of up here slightly more. So, but it definitely, you know, for me, I'm definitely finding it much more helpful to kind of have glued a couple of bits down, because then I am, you know, on my way, so to speak. So, you know, that's helpful for me. So I'm going to glue this piece down here. And you know what I nearly totally forgot about was that piece of doily. And I must have said it all of about 3.5 minutes ago. And I've got this piece of doily. And already slipped my mind. So there we go. And then I'm going to pop this piece down here. Okay. And actually, while I'm just doing this, I just want to quickly say actually that I don't that often kind of watch my videos back, obviously, and I kind of watch some bits, you know, if there was a bit where I wasn't sure what I've done, whether it would have made sense in a video, or, you know, kind of you might have rambled on about something and think, oh gosh, let's just check what I said there, just to make sure that I hadn't kind of, you know, said something that was, you know, not going to be kind of suitable, or I don't know, mentioned like somebody's name, or I'm meaning kind of somebody off of YouTube, you know, that type of thing. So sometimes I kind of have to kind of listen back. And yeah, I'm very aware that quite often, you know, I'm kind of saying things like, you know, oh, I really love that. Oh, it's so pretty, you know. And I just want to kind of quickly mention that, and I said this to my friend, you know, I mean, oddly enough, I feel completely detached from the things that I've made. So when I'm saying, oh, that looks so pretty, you know, I'm aware that obviously that sometimes comes across really kind of like in your face and kind of conceited, but it's like kind of the things that I'm creating are nothing to do with me. They just are kind of, you know, taking on a life of their own. And then I'm surprised at the end and kind of think, oh, doesn't that look lovely, you know? So yeah, kind of when I'm saying, oh, that looks so pretty, it's not kind of that I'm saying, oh, you know, haven't I done well? I'm saying, wow, doesn't that look pretty? Because I'm kind of surprised, and I feel this sense of kind of detachment from, you know, it's kind of not anything to do with me, that, you know, I can't really explain, but the same as kind of like if I see some pretty, you know, papers, like when I've watched some of my design team members' projects, you know, and I might kind of watch them and think, oh, they're pretty papers, because I don't really feel like they're anything to do with me, you know, kind of, I just feel like I'm kind of a spectator, I suppose, just watching, and kind of then think, oh, aren't they pretty papers, you know, aren't they nice? So yeah, it's a weird thing, and I don't know whether you guys kind of feel that, but I think because I'm using, you know, like these, I mean, I love this image here, you know, I love these roses. Well, obviously I didn't paint these roses, so they're not anything to do with me. This, you know, I didn't make this, so this is nothing to do with me. So I'm just kind of utilising other people's gorgeous images, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say. And I'm really kind of not making a great job of saying it, really. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out, because sometimes I kind of have thought, oh my gosh, you know, it sounds like I'm saying, oh, look what I've made. And I'm not saying that at all. I literally have a kind of like sense of detachment, really, from things, you know, that I've kind of made. And, you know, my admiration is from the beautiful images that are contained within the things that you know, that we're using. They're not, you know, haven't I made a lovely job of using them? They are, wow, you know, look at these gorgeous images. And quite often I just think, well, how could it not look lovely? Because the images are so gorgeous that we're all using, you know. I mean, even just sheet music is so beautiful, you know. I love how, you know, obviously I can't read music, so, you know, for me it just looks like a thing of beauty. Obviously for someone who reads music, it would be more of a tool to enable them to play something beautiful. But, you know, so yeah, I'm just kind of rambling on, but it's just that sometimes I think, oh my gosh, that just sounds like I'm saying, oh, look what I've made. And, you know, what I'm more meaning is I just love the things I'm using so much that actually I'm kind of in awe of the beauty of the things that I've used, really, rather than what I've made, you know. I just kind of think, well, how could it not look lovely? Because we're using such gorgeous, gorgeous things, aren't we? You know. So I just wanted to kind of say that, just because once or twice I've kind of listened and thought, oh my gosh, that sounds like I'm, you know, kind of saying my own stuff is just awesome. And, you know, I'm not really kind of meaning that. I feel like it's kind of just appeared in front of me. Yeah. So anyway, just rambling on, and thought I would just share that with you guys, because, you know, not sure how it comes across sometimes, but, and I wonder if some of you feel that as well. You know, I mean, the same as kind of when you go into kind of the shops and you see all the beautiful papers or fabrics, or, you know, kind of, I mean, how could you not love them? You know, they're all so gorgeous, aren't they? And then subsequently, of course, everything you make is going to be really scrumptious, isn't it? Because obviously the things you're using are really just beautiful things, aren't they? So, yeah, I'm just waffling now, probably, and probably just sounding like a crazy person, but I just wanted to kind of mention it because I was horrified at kind of, you know, I thought, oh, sounds like I'm saying, but I'm genuinely not, you know. And yeah, like, as I say, I mean, if I see kind of somebody like in the design team videos using a kit that, you know, okay, I've created it, but, you know, again, predominantly I've created it obviously using things that I haven't actually kind of made myself. So, you know, and yeah, I kind of have this sense of detachment. So when I'm watching the video, I'm kind of then thinking, oh, aren't they lovely papers? Oh, you know, I wonder where they got them. That kind of feeling is as I experience it. So, yes, it's a little bit strange. I don't know whether you guys kind of have that kind of thing going on or whether it's just me. But definitely that's how I kind of experience it. So be interesting to hear whether you guys have that kind of similar thing going on. Right. Enough of the endless waffling there. So I'm going to just pop this piece on here. Hope you guys are all having a good day. Hope you're you know, managing to fit some crafting in somewhere, because every day is better with some crafting, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to have that little piece here, I think, and we're going to have this gorgeous piece here. Now, just checking that it's kind of going how I'd like it to go. Now, obviously we have this gap here. I wonder whether that would just fill the gap enough. Okay, so I quite like how that's looking. So just need to work out now which way round I need to glue things before I glue things and then they're glued in the wrong place. So just going to kind of glue the doily down. Just pop some glue around these bits, and then I will glue those kind of big bits in a minute once it's in place. So I'll just pop that kind of there-ish, I think. And then move that up. Nope, you see I've put it in the wrong place. Okay, try again. because obviously otherwise it was too low, and then this little piece wouldn't really fill in that gap. So I'm going to pop that piece there, and I might have to get 1 or 2 more things now from the kit to fill in obviously this gap here, and oops, I might have to kind of cover up a little bit of where the doily is. So I'll show you where I mean. Hold on. So I'm just going to pop that on there. Oops. Pop that on there like that. And then might need to kind of cover up these bits, because obviously for me, you know, they're very white now. If that makes sense. We have got this bit, so we could just kind of tear off the opera. Perhaps we'll just do that. Make it a bit smaller. It's quite big. Oh, I quite like that, so I'm going to pop that there. Okay. Yeah, I love these colours. This pretty colour, you know, this teal type colour. It's striking, isn't it? This down. Right, trying to be really super careful with this because it's very brittle, very fragile. So pop some glue along here. Oops, there we go. So far so good, and I haven't managed to tear this. So I feel like I'm almost tempting fate saying that, but there we go. Managed to keep it intact. I just really love that. You know, somebody's actual handwriting from 1896. That's just awesome to me. You know, I just think that's really cool that that's kind of, you know, remained throughout all these years. It's just incredible, isn't it? Right, what I'm going to do, when I find my scissors... Oh, where are my scissors? Okay. Right, what I'm going to do is... I'm just going to cut... Oh, you have to excuse the back of this. This was some of my butterfly blue kit when I was obviously running out of ink. So I'm just obviously reusing that sheet. Right, let's just, in fact I might as well trim it all down, and then we'll fill in that gap. Just while I've got it picked up anyway, might as well just get on and trim around the entire thing. So let's cut that on and cut here. Okay, so I wondered whether I could use this piece somewhere, so because obviously that's quite a big piece. Let me just discard of this rubbish into my carrier bag that's hooked on my little drawer handle. Okay, so we've got this piece here, which I just wondered whether we could kind of have that somewhere here. So let's just see. You just tear that around. I quite like it there. Or that way up. Right, so this piece, and then let me just pull my pieces of the kit back up. I'm just wondering, you know, for up here, which other piece that I could use. I have got a library card here actually, but might be nice because it's something different. So just tear those bits off. So as I say, obviously once the kit's complete, you know, I will be obviously doing a launch video and showing the actual, you know, the whole kit kind of in its entirety. So these are just some little sneaky peeks really while we're still in the process of creating it. And yeah, probably kind of do this, and then I won't upload this video for a while because I don't want to be feeling too much pressure to kind of get the journal completed too quickly. So yeah, I'll be uploading it, you know, once I'm kind of a bit more ahead of creating the journal. Right, I quite like it like that, I think, actually. So I'm just going to see whether I can use this anywhere. So just have a look. Problem is those roses then are kind of sideways on, so let's just tear that piece. So we could have it like that. I quite like that. What do you guys think? Do you think that looks nice? Right, let's go for that. So again, just kind of glue on. I mean, it's quite nice because obviously using pieces from the, you know, what's going to be the kit ensures that this collage page is going to really go perfectly with the kit, if that makes sense. So you know, I don't have to worry about it kind of not tying in. It's going to then go perfectly. Well, hopefully anyway, it's going to coordinate perfectly. So there we go. Just pop that down like that. And then we'll just pop this piece on like that. Just kind of move that over. So I'll just trim this piece off now. And just trim that piece. Okay, so I like how that's looking. Do we want anything else? So I've got here the piece there from the library card. Just, oh no, I thought we still had some white showing behind the doily, but actually we did manage to cover the whole thing up, so I don't think we need to kind of have that anywhere. So no, I think we're good. I think we're good. I don't think we need to kind of fill in anything else on here at all. So I'm just going to, oh, I didn't glue that down though. So I'm just going to glue the, you know, large section of the doily down. Like that. And I'll just glue this piece down as well. Like that. Okay, and then we'll just glue these big bits of the doily down as well. And this one, I hope I'm in frame. I just suddenly thought I'm quite hanging off the edge of the table. Am I still in frame? Right, let's move this to one side. Okay, so that's our finished collage page. I've just noticed I did cover up the V there. Oh well, never mind. It's too late now to change that, so yeah, too late. Oh well, never mind, it's fine. So I love how that looks, and just kind of, again, you know, just kind of double check that I'm going down the right track for the brief, which was kind of obviously the lots of black lace with it. Just make sure that the black is going to look really striking and gorgeous with this. Personally, I think it goes really, you know, an awesome combination. So I hope that Marika is going to kind of think the same. So yeah, I love that, I think. So right, I hope that that was kind of fun. So I'm going to obviously kind of be scanning this in and just kind of, you know, resize it if I need to or anything, and, you know, incorporate that as one of the pages in the kit. So I really look forward to coming back and obviously showing you the completed kit, and hopefully, you know, we might work on some of the bits for the journal together. I don't know how that's obviously going to go. It would just depend on kind of time, or whether or not I have to kind of do it in slow time, you know, off of video. But hope that you enjoyed the video, and I will see you all again soon. Thanks for watching then. Bye.